Stephen Harper recently responded to concerns that 16 of the Senate's 105 seats are empty. He said Canadians aren't interested in more Senate appointments right now and that the Senate is functioning fine as is. I'm sorry, what does that function again? John A. Macdonald called it a place for sober second thought, because voters don't always know what's best for them. But maybe he was inspired by his own drunken regrets. I just want to make sure Canadians don't wake up in a barn with their breath smelling like a horse because they tend to make out with horses when they get very drunk. Yeah, metaphorically. The Senate's defenders say that senators rely on evidence to make decisions rather than populism. Populism being another word for representative democracy. It's all part of this political science myth of disinterested parties, which says that if someone is rich enough or if their job is secure enough, they'll be aloof and unbiased when it comes to deciding what's in the public interest. Exactly, just go to the Rosedale Golf and Country Club. It's full of people expressing their unselfish regard for their fellow citizens, and definitely not with people complaining about how hard it is to find a good masseuse for your dog. The Senate does have a couple of useful functions. They have committees that get different perspectives on proposed legislation, and they do studies on areas of public interest. Sure, important work. So hire people to do those things and fire them if they do it badly. Food inspectors are important, but we don't appoint them for life and give them a velvet hairnet. We have a House of Commons with elected representatives to pass laws and a Supreme Court to test those laws against the Constitution. Why do we also need a bunch of people to test those laws against their personal biases? And I'm not even getting into royal assent when our laws get official approval from someone who gets her mandate from King George's sperm. A poll last year found that 93% of Canadians either want to abolish or reform the Senate. If it's impossible to do something that 93% of Canadians want, something has gone very wrong. And the last thing we need are 16 more unelected senators drunk on power. I'm sorry, sober on power.